Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to talk about the stocks starting from tomorrow. That's the 31st of January for the next 5 days. That's from 31st of January till the 4th of February. We had a pretty wild week. One day the SPY was kind of went all the way down to the 421 to the 440, and the same thing happened on like Friday, where 427 was the low and the 442 was the high, and the strong really at the end of the week. Now, if you analyze SPY, this is like a green is 20, yellow is 20, 50, the middle one, the purple is like 100, blue is 150, and the black is 200. So those are EMAs, and it broke the 200 EMAs and again reclaimed just and managed to close above the 200. The question is now what's going to happen on the market. So now wherever you see those, the 20 is kind of already cutting down the 50. It already cut down the 100. So it's not going towards the 150. So this area, which is like 447, that will be like a good area of resistance, and the next resistance will be at 451 level. Another thing which you need to observe is like, look at the, I'm just going to turn off this EMA. Look at the pattern. The price is coming down here and going up. So it's kind of making a bear flag. Until this, when this trend line is broken, then the target will be like this one. Usually the target for the next move will be from like this high up to here, I would say. And whenever this breakdown happens, like say for an example, it breaks like happens over here. So you are looking around like 10% downward movement whenever this trend line is broken. This trend line, whenever it gets broken down, then you can see the target going toward the 400. And this 400 level is also a weekly gap. So 403 to 400 level, that's a weekly gap. So there will be like a bounce from this area. So my guess is like the price gonna move up to here, and there will be like days where this will be this trend line will be broken, and this support is already provided support like about 5 times the 430. So this support is getting weakened now. So once this support is broken, where is your next support? If you see, the immediate support from, you can take it is from 415, and the next support will be like there is a small gap, very small gap, minor, which is kind of negligible, for 11, and actually like nothing much. So this area 415 to 411 will be like an area which can support after the 425, and if you want to put like a minor, very minor support, which is here, so 422, so which is this one is already kind of breached. So 422, 415, 412, and 403 will be like next potential support next time whenever the price moves downside. Let me just kind of remove those brush and here. So what's there on the upside? Because we don't want to be like a bias whether it's a bearish market or the bullish market. The price, because here the price has a chance, because this is like a very good closing, and so the first target on the upper side will be like 451, and the next target will be like 460. So I have already put an alert whenever they touch the 460, I'll get an alert to buy the put. So I'm thinking that price like this area is very crucial, which was acting as a support earlier. So this one act as a resistance. So 450 will be very, very tough for the SPY to break probably next week. If this is broken, that's very good. There might be like a bull trap coming over here, and the price falls down. Otherwise, the price goes like a little bit up and then falls back like here. And this looks like a bearish flag in a making kind of process. So that's my view on the SPY. I have a couple of some stock for you, and they are like more of swing, and like one is swing, and a couple of them are for a bull side. Now let's go for the swing. Baba. So Baba is on a currently very good side. Like So if you see here, Baba has already came, went up, and then again. So all over, whatever the sellers were here, like this area, are been taken off. And if you see next time the price went up and came over here. So after that one, that was a bull trap here. Price came out and already taking support. So this area has been taking support all 3 times. So whenever, if you get the Baba around like 112 or 112 with a stop loss of like 107 on a closing basis, there are chances that you can get the 122, 127 and 135. So if it comes to the 135, this area is broken, the next target will be like 147 and there is no resistance here. So after that target will be like 158. So they still will be like a swing trade, will be activated provided Baba is able to support. So if you are a risk taker, I would suggest you take Baba around by around like 108, 107, like 110 or something, with a very minimal stop loss of 107, and then you can get the target of 122. If you that target is achieved, you can also go for the target of 128, 135, and 147. That's Baba for the swing trade. Okay, so make sure you keep the stop loss of 107 here. Now, another one is like a hood. People will say, yes, like a bottom or not. So if you see here, for the hood, look at the strong candle. The open was the low of the day and it closed on a high. So this area, which is 11,459. So somebody is trying to defend that area. It has not been able to give closing below that area. Like if I kind of mix it, yeah, probably like, yeah, 1115 area, 1115. Nobody, they are not able to claim closing. So now if you would like to buy the hood, and again, look at this movement, right? So what gonna happen in my view is like the hood breaks this up, takes all the sellers out here, comes back, test this area, and then fly back again. Okay, so the first target, so if you can buy the hood around 1125, but then the stop loss is like a little bit higher, which is like 960, you need to put you need to keep this low 960. So you can buy around like this area, which is 1132. Let me just put it down if I can get those like a long position. So buy around here, put the stop loss below here, and now the first target will be like 1285. I'm just gonna get this off. So the first target, this will be like first target, and this will be your second target, and this will be your third target. So if you can see, if you can capture all these three targets, it will be like a 1:3 area, and that's like about 40% up movement, where your risk is about, I would say, like 15%. So there's a 1:2.5, so that's 40% increase, 40% chance that you can get those things. Like target will be like 40% upside move up to the 1673, and after that it will come back. If you miss this rally, don't worry, because it has to come back 1 or 2 times at this area. If you get below that area, that will be fine, but you must need to get the stop loss on here. Why it works? Let me show you one important chart, and you can compare those charts, right? Look at Lucid, right? I'm gonna put down everything here so you can see. Look at this Lucid. Look at this Lucid. Lucid had a big move from like $10 to the up, and everybody know. And then at the end, when it was coming down, look at the move here. It was like a low, very low, about like $16, and the price rallied pretty quick. It went up, came back, and it's again. One more example on those one, plug, right? Look at this one. What happened? When the plug was coming down, like down one day, there was a big candle showing that bulls are back in this stock, gave like a breakdown like 2 days, like it fall like for 2 days, and then again it rallied, and it rallied from, if you just count here, it rallied almost 50%, and if you count here it's like 50-60% after that one. So my personal view is like, and here also if you see here like a big bull, we don't know whether it was a small, but like here next day the rally was for at least 10%. So looks like hoods are coming closer to the bottom, and if you want to get the bull, if you're a bull, you can get into the hood. Now the SQ. SQ is also kind of coming to that area, and if you see, I did kind of wrote it down for the SQ here. So if you see here, it has been falling down, making like lower highs and lower lows. So now the chances that the from 102 to the 118 area should come. So like you can buy it like 105. Stop loss, you should put it here, not just like a 105. Stop loss will be like 100. And the target will be like 119 and 126. And do not sell below this one, because this is like a good support area. So sell below like this area, which is like 100, and then you can get the target of 90 and 83 for the square. On a higher side, you can get the 120 and the 130 as a target. So that's the SPY SQ for you. Now the another same pattern is for Roku. Look at this Roku. It's been like going down, taking good support at this 140 area. There is some gap here, like which you can see here. There is some gap here. Let me just take this off, and yeah, here. See here. So there is some gap here which need to be kind of filled. So from here you can get the target up to like 166 and 171. So if you are like in Roku, and if you want to go swing, you can get Roku around like 149 with a stop loss of like 138. That will be like a little bit harder, but try to get in between those area, which is 151 to 142. Try to get around like 147. So your stop loss will be like 138, and your target will be like 164 and 171 for the Roku, because it's been like falling down. It has a result coming as well, which is on like 24th of February. But it's been like making lower highs and lower lows. And if you are following me, I have been like telling that Roku wasn't downstairs when it was like over here somewhere. That it's been downstairs. So that's Roku. Disney is also in a very good area. So now see Disney here. The same pattern as like SPY, which I mentioned earlier. It's been going down, up. So this movement, as long as this is following this like a trend line, is okay. Once this one is broken, you can see the 127 is coming. So the current target will be like 141. There might be some rejection at 141. And if this one is broken, your target will be like 146. And after that one, it should fall, because it's been making like a lower highs and lower lows. So, and I think 2 weeks ago, we kind of discussed about this area, that this is like very important area. And when this area is broken again, it can fall back. So that's Disney. You need to wait until this trend line is broken. If you are a bull, wait. If you are a bear, wait for 141 and 147.6, and you can buy the put. And the highest it can go up to 150. Now the Ford. Ford is like a bull in a way. If you see here, Ford, it's been taking like, it did kind of consolidate for a while, and then it had a big up move, trapped the bulls here and came down, and again taking the support from the same area. So as long as this area is not broken, you can go long. It has a result coming on 3rd February. So it looks like the result's gonna be good, and it should hit the 21, 22, and like, I'm not surprised if it is also like 25 area. So that will be like for a Ford. But you can hold it until this low is broken, which is like 1860. So as long as this low is not breached, you can remain long in this Ford. Otherwise, you can see the targets is like 17 and 16.26 for the Ford. Next one is like team had a pretty good result, I think. It's been like downside as well. uh, it had a results which is like a 80%, 28% upside move. But again, if you see here, I'm looking at this area, it's not able to break this area, which is like this area. It's not able to give closing below that, closing above that area. It did go higher, but the chances are like it can come back. It can come back and hit again the 270 area. So looks like it, if you are a bull, you have to wait until there is gives a closing above 324, and there is like so many resistance. So this was like a support earlier, which was like 333. So 333 acted as a support earlier, and it broke down. It take a retest, and that chances that it can start is it can continue its journey uh downside. Like if you see like this one was like my node earlier, like put it down for like 11 December, like for 13 to 17 December, sell near 375. It was like around this area probably. Yeah, around this area when I did count those one, because it was kind of breaking it. So that's for the team. Now, what else? Nothing. Okay, like let's see QQQ. I haven't checked out QQQ yet. Same, if you remember, like we did discuss about the QQQ, and we gave this area earlier. You can check my video for the last week where I did say like, and this was at a distribution phase. I mentioned now is again going on like a sideways move. Of course, it had like a wild move, but if you see, it's kind of going on a range as well, right? So now 361 will act as a resistance and 336 act as a support, 342 and 336. So I think again, if you see on an EMA basis, let's see on EMA basis, I'm gonna change here. So on the EMA basis, it's also like a 200 EMA is right here, which is 363. So that will act as a resistance. And if you see, it's like 20 EMA is like already crossing like 50, 100, 150, and this is like 200. So once this one comes over here and 200 takes over, it will be like, technically it will be on a bearish side. And I think in lots of Ergo who works on the EMA might start the sell off, because the 20 already crossed the 200 EMA and give the closing. So probably next week or two, we'll be able to know that the QQQ comes into the bearish zone if the 200 EMA is broken by the 20 and the 200 takes over. So usually like probably like say this is 200 EMA. So this 200 EMA will be probably taking over, and it will be like, I would say, will be like a top like this, and all the EMS will fall like below here. So that's it for me. And if you have questions or concerns, you can always message me or comment it, and I will try to respond it as soon as possible. Thank you so much for your watching this video.